This is a follow-up to the recent viral video in Turtle Lake, Wisconsin, where Chief Gabe ran somebody completely out of town.
Just get in your car and get out of Turtle Lake.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be making my way out, but...
No, now. Just get in your car and leave.
Are you a chief or something?
I'm the police chief. Yes, I am. We're asking you to leave our town completely.
For those of you who regularly watch my channel, you know that it's incredibly rare for government to ever admit that they made a mistake, and even more rare for them to do anything to fix it or make it right. Well guys, this is one of those instances. If every government entity decided to deal with problems the way that Turtle Lake, Wisconsin is dealing with this, I probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel anymore, because my channel usually shows government agencies doing things wrong and then doubling down when they get caught. The unconstitutional ordinance that the police chief used to run a traveler out of town was Section 11-2-4 of the Village Code. In the video that I did covering this incident, I asked that you guys all reach out to the governing body of Turtle Lake and demand that they repeal this unconstitutional ordinance. The village clerk was out of town at the time, but as soon as she returned on Monday, the village president requested that an emergency meeting be held to repeal the ordinance. Village President Andy Koenig also had two other items put on the agenda. Along with a vote to suspend this ordinance, they also voted to review and recodify any and every ordinance on the books currently. He spoke with me on the phone and informed me that most of these ordinances were put into effect about 30 years ago, long before himself or any of the village board members were on the board. Andy decided to take a proactive approach at not just removing this ordinance, but also taking a look at all the ordinances to see if any of the others are unconstitutional so that they can repeal them before there's a problem. He also put an item on the agenda to have an outside independent agency review the actions of the police chief on the day that he kicked Travis Hines out of town. When put to a vote, all three of these items passed unanimously. This ordinance has been suspended. All of the other ordinances are being reviewed to make sure that they meet constitutional standards, and the police chief is under investigation. Guys, what a refreshing story. Most of the videos that I share don't get updates for months or even years because the governing bodies typically end up doubling down on stupid instead of just fixing the problem. The result ends up being months or even years of litigation, costing the taxpayer tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The village of Turtle Lake, Wisconsin simply chose to fix the problem. And very quickly too. Now I don't know what to do with the rest of this video. I'll put a link to the village website in the description below. You can click the visitor info tab and check out all the things there are to do in Turtle Lake, Wisconsin. There's regular live music events, there's museums, dining, lodging, golfing, cheese, recreation, theater and cinema, trails and rustic roads, and even an ATV playground. Discover Wisconsin did an awesome tourist video last year showing us all the places to visit and things to do in Turtle Lake. But I'm warning you, if you watch it, you might end up booking your fall trip to Turtle Lake, Wisconsin right away. If you prefer to stay in an RV and enjoy campfires, there's Turtle Lake RV Park. If camping isn't your thing, the luxurious Canyon Road Inn is right up the road. If you're into the outdoors, there's kayaking, cycling, and off-roading. And it's Wisconsin. Don't forget to visit the Comstock Creamery. Seriously, there's way too much to show, so just click the linked video below, and don't forget to reach out and thank the governing body of Turtle Lake for making things right, so we can all move on to the good stuff instead of dwelling on a mistake for the next few years. Because the truth is, there's a lot of good stuff and a lot of good reasons to visit Turtle Lake, Wisconsin.